All right, let's make lasagna. It's nothing fancy. It's just a really delicious homemade lasagna while I'm pregnant. I'm 36 weeks pregnant right now. Here's some of the ingredients I used. It's very simple, very like ready-made. Here's showing me my belly again. I didn't have fresh garlic, so I'm using onion and garlic granules and just sauteing the onion, showing off my belly again, and in some olive oil. And I asked my husband, who's a butcher, to bring me some non-casing spicy Italian pork sausage. I always prefer to use Italian sausage over ground beef or anything like that, because I just feel like spicy Italian sausage has so much more flavor. I mean, I've used chicken, I've used Beyond beef or Beyond sausages and stuff, so it doesn't have to be real meat. And then I am using Rayo's arrabbiata sauce. It's the best. If you ever have an issue with opening the jars like I did, just try to get some air underneath the lid and it pops right open. So if your husband's not home or anybody else, that'll work. And then I just moved the sausage and onion mixture into the sauce. I don't drain anything, I just put it all in because I feel like the olive oil and the meat juices that are in the pan have a lot of flavor, so I just let them go in there and marinate. Now we're gonna make the ricotta sauce, which usually I use stracciatella and ricotta, in 1-to-1 ratio, but they didn't have stracciatella today, so I'm just using ricotta and an egg to bind it and some salt and pepper and mixing it all up. So I used the whole ricotta, which is 32 ounces. You can eyeball it. I also prefer to use parchment paper in my pan. My pans are kind of rough looking, but I don't want to buy new ones. And if you wrinkle the parchment paper, it's easier to set in the pan. Here I'm showing how we're not going to use mozzarella today. We're just going to use quesadilla cheese because it's a melty cheese. It doesn't really matter. It's a mild melty cheese, just like mozzarella. Here's the sauce all warmed up, and we're going to start assembling. So we're going to start with meat sauce on the bottom, and then after that I used fresh pasta sheets. I just prefer to use fresh whenever I can. They were a little bit too long, so I just cut off the excess and put it on the sides. Weighs nothing. I ended up using 3 pasta sheets out of the 4 that came in the package. And then on top of the pasta sheet you put the ricotta and then some more melting cheese, and then after that you add more meat sauce, and you just keep repeating this until you've used all your ingredients. So you put the meat sauce, and then on top of that you add some more Parmesan. Again, nothing fancy. I've done this a million times, and this is just for me and my husband, so we're not really trying to make like a bougie lasagna here. We're just trying to eat. So I repeat this again. This is the last layer, so the top layer. I'm done using the pasta sheets, so here's the ricotta. And I forgot at this point that I was supposed to put shredded cheese first, so that's where we have that little blob of sauce first. And I also had some mozzarella cheese shredded, so I'm just using that up as well, and adding the leftover or whatever is left of the meat sauce, spreading it over here, and then some Parmesan. And I did end up using a little bit more of shredded cheese for the last 6 minutes that it was in the oven, just to make it extra cheesy. But I put it in the oven like this, and then it came out like that.